Beginning Jazz Improvisation, Video 6.
Alright everybody, this is the last of the beginning improv videos. The next thing you'll do after this is do an assignment with a play-along. I'll make a separate video for that, but it's not necessarily an instructional thing as far as playing, it's just an instructional thing for like, here's how you put your project together, okay? Our last thing we're going to do here, and then it's going to get you set up for your final thing, is we're going to talk about how those Roman numerals and the 5-note scales we just played fit together. You'll remember we have our blues progression here. You'll see 1, 4, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4, 1, 1. On that scale sheet with the 5-note scales, you'll remember all of those scale had a number associated with them. The 1 scale had a scale, and then you went up a couple notes and you had the 4 and the 5. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you to do the following things with the chord progression. I'm going to have you play the 5-note scales in the order you're supposed to, starting with the 1, 4, 1, 1. It's going to look like this. You can see why it was important for us to memorize those 5-note scales in the previous video. Now the trickiest one really is the last line because it's the only one that really has the 5, 4, and 1 chord in it. So I'm going to play the last line, the last of the 4 in our 12-bar blues, and I'm going to play it and I'm going to have you do some call and response with me so we can get really good at it. If you can do this one, you can really do any of the others, right? Here's the last line. Play that with me right now. We're going to do it twice through. 1, 2, ready? All right. 1 more time. Everybody, and go. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little bit. I'm going to have you do some, play basically the whole progression with the 5-note scale. Let's try. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, actually, let's get a backing track. Jackson, can you go ahead and get that started for us right there? You hear that play along? Here's the 4 chord. A 1, a 1, 4, another 4, a 1, a 1. Here's the 5. 1. Play along. Ready? A 1. Here we go. All right. So we did a little bit of that play along. That's really tough to do with that play along recording because if you fumble in any way, that doesn't care. It just keeps moving. It's kind of like me in this video. I can't really slow down for you. So you're going to want to be pretty good at that. Our last step, we're going to do a blues chorus. You're going to make up your own solo. This is your assignment. I'm going to use those 5 notes, but sometimes I might just use the 1. Or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't really know. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it starting on those same notes that I just did. I'm going to put together a sample solo, and I'll talk about the construction of this in the next video, but this is what it might sound like. I'm going to do it without the backing track so I can go a lot slower. See, sometimes I did 1 note, sometimes I did all 5, sometimes I did repeated things because I knew there was 2 chords that were the same next to each other. You can have a lot of variety doing some basic stuff like that. That is your ultimate goal. Okay, that's your goal, that's your final exam portion of this video lecture series. Good luck, and watch me for the next one. I'll tell you what to do, and we'll get you jazzing. Bye.